Okay, we are recording, so whoever wants to go first. Let's see let's see.
We can start with Kylie's first. I've got hers pulled up if that's easier.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a thing for her, but I have hers pulled up because I was reading it. So,
Okay, sure.
and I'll post one for you as soon as we're done. I didn't even think to look on the other discussion board.
Yeah, because I've just now read. I don't have anything written for you, Brooke, either, because I just found you guys's because I didn't. I just saw that.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, so I know the first thing with yours was you all don't do the Terra you had, so you had that the Terra Nova testing, right?
Yes. And I have all of that I'm going to put in there, but I just forgot my flash drive at work. So
are you talking about your charts?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Because that was my question. I was like, well, I see your chart, but there was nothing in it. But now I'm clicking on it and I see where you can type things in there. I didn't know if it was a screenshot or if it didn't work. Gotcha.
Yeah, I've got to put data in there, and then my absence data was there. I mean, I was ready, and so yeah.
Okay. Do you do EVOS? Because I didn't see anything yet about the EVOS.
Nope.
The performance stuff for the testing.
No, we don't have that data. It's just where we've met and just discussed each, like how it's broken down with the Terra Nova.
Okay.
Because I can't go to the website and get these. I'm making all of these, so that's what I have on that flash drive. Is I'm trying to make as much stuff as you guys have, but
I mean, it's not.
Yeah.
I think your academics is looking good as far as what you all started to analyze. Do you all use STAR a lot? Like, have you been using it for a while?
Yes. Yeah.
This is our second year at my school using it, and this year I'm not teaching language arts. But I know last year they had a lot of subgroups. If you could group your kids in different charts and they already made it for you, you might want to see if you can add some of those charts from the STAR program onto your academics for your tables and charts.
Okay, good idea.
And I don't remember what you had to click on because there's like 500 clicks in there. But if you can't find it, I'm willing to ask someone at my school, the curriculum director, who's a guru on it.
Okay. Because I just pull up the kids right now. I don't really, and I get confused in it, so I just average them myself. So that would be easier if I can already have a pre-made chart. Okay.
And I didn't know, so right before you started to switch, well, maybe you didn't. So on your last page where you stopped writing, you started talking about attendance. Do you want to make that its own category?
Yes. Okay. I have that data too. I see it. That's why I just submitted because I was missing that whole, because I have all of that data and I didn't have it in front of me. So it will, I have to add a lot to it. I know.
Well, I think it's a good start, especially since you don't have any pre-organized data already. So you're doing a good job, Kylie.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, I think, what she said about making a new category for, I guess, attendance and maybe even one for discipline too. I think Miss Shayla's the only one of us who did categories for all of them. But it does say in the rubric, like it, I was trying to look at it again. I was looking at it earlier because I noticed a lot of people didn't all include that kind of stuff, so I wasn't sure if we had to include like attendance and behavior.
But it just said areas to be considered, but are not limited to attendance, discipline, standardized test results. So that's what
Right, and in the rubric it doesn't actually say like if you have that or not. Like it doesn't say you have to have it. I couldn't find it anywhere just specifically in the rubric, but
okay.
I think I added it just because it's already on the report card, and since I was using the report card, and besides, like, I wanted to add as much as possible because I was looking at somebody's paper the other day, and they have like 25 pages. I was like, oh, smokes.
I know.
Mine are not that long. So I was like trying to talk about anything possible.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, some people. Kylie, did you talk about what? Did you identify? There was an acronym. Hold on, I can't remember what it was. EBCI. Did you talk about what that is?
I don't know that I don't know if I did. I'll look.
Because I couldn't find it anywhere, but I didn't know. Yeah, I don't.
I took that from a previous one and I cut and sort of, so I may have cut out where that was explained. So I'll check.
No, you did. Never mind. I found it.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're off to a good start. Just add the rest of your tables, and that's hard not having any just a snooze.
Well, thank you. I know there wasn't much to go on with that one. Sorry.
Yeah, and I didn't have time to read it, or I would have. I'll post your thing later when I read it and make you a.
Well, that's what I was wondering. I was like, where's theirs? They usually put theirs on here. And then I just thought before, while I was just waiting around, I thought, oh, maybe I'll look here. And then I found them. So.
Well, I didn't even notice Peaches till I looked at your email today about Peaches.
Whose name was Peaches?
Oh, I didn't even think to look down there. I was just trying to click on the weeks and trying to get all that organized.
She said that she was using fruit because Dr. Neal used fruit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think she said that in an email.
Okay.
So, Michelle, I will pull up yours if you want.
I did get hers done, and I was working on bricks, and then the time ran out, so I do have one for her too.
Okay, you want to start with hers, and then I will.
Okay.
I'll pull up what I have for her too.
Did you use the peer review form from her syllabus? That's the one I used this time because it's a little bit different than last time.
I don't know. I just looked at what somebody had posted a peer review on somebody else's paper and.
Okay, well, I wasn't sure. It's sort of similar, but this one has the numbers again. I remember last semester we didn't have the numbers, but this one does. So I don't know.
Didn't somebody ask her about that in the first Zoom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think she said use the one in the syllabus because they're all pretty much the same, but she said just use whatever she posted.
Okay. I'll post this in just a second. I just got done. But I put that you had a good use of external sources. You use the attendance discipline in the assessment data. Just a few things. In the first paragraph, you used we. And does EC and ESL need to be identified? It wasn't, so I just didn't know.
I think I said that too.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it does, and I think I knew that as I was writing, but I was just trying to type it really fast. I'll just go back and fix it later.
Okay.
But yes, I need to fix it.
And then on page 2, I think you were meant to put level, and it's just LEVE. The headings and subheadings were presented well. Tables and graphs were labeled. And I think you were putting the period in front of the parentheses, like short-term suspension, and then just move your period to the end. I think when I look at that, I'm like, is that where that goes? And then I'm not sure if I always have to look back at references, so I didn't get a chance to go do that. But I think yours was double spaced. I don't know. Let me see.
Oh, the reference page.
Yeah, there was something in the references that just didn't look quite right yet. But I always have to look back at my format for my references. But that's all I had.
I think, let's see, I said similar. I said that your school profile has extensive information about your school, like lots of good stuff, so you could see where it came from. And I like that you included your report card and said, that you guys got what was it, a D, but you had been meeting growth or exceeding growth, but you still got it. That didn't make sense to me either. I wondered what your conversation was on that.
Yeah, well, so traditionally every year we're a D, so we're an F school, and then we do that retesting window, and we go up to D school. but our students are showing so much growth, but they're still like level ones. So we're not reaching proficiency, but they're growing academically. So, and like this year we were literally 2 points away from proficiency. So it's like, it's aggravating because it shows that we're a D school, but we have all this high growth. It's just, it's weird. It's a different kind of place.
And then I didn't know if you like what your recommendations that you came up with were from your data that and you discussed in it. I pulled it back up to look on the rubric, and it just said that they communicate data, communicates information to the school improvement team clearly and accurately. But I didn't see that you had added recommendations yet, which I know you're probably not done. So, and then I think
I wondered if it was just laying it out, talking about what you need to improve, and if we're going to present that like what we did later.
Well, it says in this
recommendations too, but then I'm like, did I miss that?
In the what's it called? The rubric to be accomplished, it says school data project clearly conveys leadership of a collaborative team in the analysis of the school's accomplishment and areas for growth. And then the second part is uses subgroups to reflect on the current status, and in addition, the candidate provides a school improvement team with descriptions of suggested staff development based on stated goals and expectations, which I didn't put goals in there either yet. I mean, I need to go back and put like, I guess, specific goals for what, I guess, school improvement team goals. It can be used kind of. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't need to do that because I was just sort of reading the overview.
Yeah, and the overview is kind of different, I guess, than what it says about in the rubric. So, and then Michelle, in paragraph 1, I think it should be volunteer instead of volunteers, because you said the teachers have to volunteer to do after school clubs. And then the EC and ESL thing. I think you had an extra indent on the data project header, and then as well as the beginning paragraph, I think you had 2 indents for it. And then I think extra space after EVOS on page 7, and then yeah, I think that's all. I posted them on your thing so you can just read them. They were just like little things. Just you said like you were typing fast. I thought your headings were really good, and it made things easy to locate with yours. And then the only other thing I said, kind of what Kylie said about putting the period after you put figure 3 or whatever, because it was hard to tell which figures you were talking about with which sentence. And then I don't know if your table citations need to be in bold.
Oh yeah,
I don't think, but I don't know. I didn't get time to go look at the thing, but it didn't look right, so that's why I was like, I don't know.
All right, thank you.
But yeah, really good. Yeah, I thought you were off to a good start. Lots of good data, and your tables look good from the report card.
Yes. Brooke, I thought yours really looked good too with your tables and everything looked really good. I haven't done the review yet, but I just got a chance to read it. As far as I could tell, everything was, all the acronyms were identified. I don't know about this, is the under the tables, if it's 2 lines, is it double spaced?
I don't know.
That I hadn't a chance to look, so that's why I didn't know. It is on yours, but I just didn't.
I copied and pasted that from an old paper.
Okay.
So I think I just changed the dates on it, so I guess I put it on an old one, but I don't know. I need to look probably.
Okay. That's the only thing that I had a question about. Then you have the areas of need. best practices for achieving growth. I thought that looked good, and you got the picture of your minutes. You got the recommendations in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess they just weren't, I don't know if we need to put like actual goals to be met.
And like the time period and things like that.
Yeah, like do we need to suggest SMART goals? Because I didn't put in there about presenting it to school improvement team either.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I haven't done that.
yeah. Well, thank you.
Those are pretty much the same things I had. I really liked your areas of need and best practices, how you explain it, and then you see a quick bullet section. That makes it a lot easier to understand. The only thing that I got confused on, and I think I saw Rebecca's have it too. So when you were listing in your demographics and you're talking about all the different percentages of the different ethnic groups, and then you said 24% of the students are considered academically or intellectually gifted. I don't know if you could switch that sentence around so it doesn't start with the percentage, because it threw me off because I didn't know. Then I went back to see how many were white, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I didn't know if you wanted to flip how you wrote that one sentence, but other than that, I thought it looked really good.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, awesome. Thank you.
That's a good number. I mean, that's a high percentage.
Yeah, it's a pretty good area of the district. Well, there's 2 elementary schools, and one is really low and one is pretty high. So it's kind of weird.
Wow.
Looking at your data, I was really jealous. I was like, man.
Yeah, I know.
I wish we had some of these things we could say.
Yeah, it's a pretty good one considering some of the ones we have in our county. They weren't that good. We had that issue with, I saw somebody write their discussion board about the bonuses that they gave out this week. I don't know if I'm sure at your school, Michelle, did you guys?
Yes.
They
Did
were
you get bonuses?
Yeah, it was for, like, I guess last year they did it for 3rd grade for Read to Achieve. And then this year they did it for 4th and 5th grade reading if you were in the top 25% of growth in your state and in your county. And then they did it for math 4 through 7, I guess, 7 or 8, I don't know. But nobody knew in my school. It was just like randomly some people got an email. But our principal was really funny about it. She didn't want us to tell anybody. She called 3 people down there and told them, and then asked not to advertise it.
Everyone didn't get it.
Right. But I just thought that's kind of an incentive. Like, if it's going to be frequently, wouldn't you want to use it as like, maybe it would make people work harder? Yeah, that was my thought. But somebody else had said that their principal on our discussion boards didn't just called the people down to her office and told them separately too. Didn't say anything to the whole school. I just thought it was interesting how it was handled. Made me think about it.
I'm sure it's got to be awkward where they're starting this. It's not been very long since they started doing the bonuses.
Yeah.
And then now you have to award them, which is exciting. But then the rest of the staff is automatically going to be up and roar about it.
And I'm sure, especially in middle school, because it's just math, reading, they don't have an opportunity if you teach reading to learn anything. So.
Well, and the crazy thing, especially with intervention, your students are not yours. Everyone is your student. So then you get on that whole train ride of, well, we all serve this kid during intervention, so I would not want to have to deal with that.
Yeah. And it's funny because we don't switch for intervention anymore.
Oh, really?
Because that was an issue. Not even the bonuses, but well, you were the one giving him intervention, and if he didn't get it, it made my proficiency scores look worse. People just wanted to remediate their own kids for proficiency scores, which I don't know.
Well, then it probably doesn't work at our school like that because we're already so much lower. They can only go up.
One way to go.
So maybe that's why we haven't had that problem yet.
Oh goodness.
So do you guys know when this is due? Do we have to,
I think it's already been due, hasn't it?
has it?
I think so.
I know it says, let's see, tasks, assignment, Dropbox. Did you guys submit the CAP? Or I think somebody asked for that too. I went ahead and accidentally submitted it before we found out about that, but.
Yeah,
I thought
I'm
that was already
submitting it on TaskStream.
Wait, I'm sorry, I didn't hear
Wasn't
you.
that what we just did last semester?
Yeah, if you go on Blackboard to tasks, assignment, Dropbox, it has a place for the CAP too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet then. I just submitted mine to
Task stream.
I get so confused with all these submissions, like which submissions do where, because I feel like we're posting in 500 different places.
We are.
Or maybe not even the right place.
We are. Yeah, if you go to that, it says for the CAP, it says like CAP, there's a CAP task 1, task 2, task 3, task 4. And it's got in there that it's like a grade.
Oh, wait a minute. I think I remember her talking about that in the first Zoom.
I think she said something about it, but then I think I
Let me click on it. I don't think it's open. I think she said she meant to leave it closed. Oh, but it's obviously not because I just opened it.
Yeah, it is open. Because I just went ahead and submitted.
Yeah, I don't think I can email her about it because I remember her saying that it was on there, but she meant not to have it open for us.
Because she teaches that other class, I think.
Yeah.
I think she teaches 604 too, so she may have put it in the wrong place.
Oh, okay.
I need to watch the Zoom again because I think she said something about teaching 604 and 605.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it says this the SIAP is due today.
Oh.
Is what this Dropbox says. It says you will submit your peer reviews here with your link for the Zoom conference, and you are to post your actual draft on discussion board for your classmates to review.
So we just do our peer reviews and okay. I will load yours in just a second.
Yeah, so they're due today. So I guess you submit your own, not the ones people do for you, I guess. But it says
the ones I've done for you?
Yes.
Okay.
The ones you've done for all three of us, and then, yeah.
Okay.
And so we need to edit it today and then turn it in.
It doesn't say anything about turning the paper in.
Just the peer reviews.
It just says the peer reviews.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
So when are we meeting about 2?
When does it do? Do you know?
I don't know. I think that's what we should have done this week with task 2.
It says there's a task 2 Dropbox on week 3, so next week.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe sometime next week.
Okay.
It doesn't have a date that you have to have it submitted by, but there's people who have already posted.
I know.
Of course.
We have 25-page ones.
Of course. Yeah. So maybe sometime next week we can figure out whatever works for you guys.
I just can't on probably Tuesday or Thursday.
I can't do Thursday either, so.
Okay.
Under the week probably wouldn't be best for me. My husband coaches varsity basketball, so they have games all throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the 3 munchkins, so I might have to tie them up, but just
well, we can do it. I mean, we can do it on Sundays if that works because that looks like when they're due.
Yeah.
I was going to see when the task 2 for the peer reviews are due. They're not due till February 11th, so that's 2 weeks.
So you want to meet on next Sunday about task 2?
Yeah.
That's good. Just maybe post them by Friday. I'm sorry I didn't have it done by Friday, but
I didn't either. I posted mine yesterday morning.
Me too.
Just before Saturday, and we'll meet Sunday. Does that sound good?
Yeah, because we'll have another week to do the peer reviews too, because they're not due till the 11th, right? I'm not a week. That's 2 weeks from today. So we have 2 extra weeks to get them done.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, I will send you guys this link as soon as I get it uploaded.
Okay.
I'll type up your peer reviews and put them on the places where your papers are.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.